So wait, LeDuck literally bugged himself on the top of the arena and just laid down? Is that all he did? Are you kidding me? You're joking. You're kidding me. Bro. That is some roach shit. That is some roach shit right there. He just jumped up. So he already knew what he was going to do then. He just ran away the whole time. Did he try to fight at all, or was it an accident? This is a patch truly for the 0.001%. Yeah, this guy doesn't have sex. I'm going to be honest. I like LeDuck, I do. But if I get chosen for Edana today, guys, I want you to know I'm going to die like a femboy. I would say like a real man, but I will go down screaming like a girl. So in some respects, it will be manly, and then in others, it won't. So I will probably just die like a femboy. So, but like really, I'm going to fight. I'm not going to do this. If I get chosen, I will fight. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. They call him the rat now. Man, EU's got to be pissed, man. That sucks. What the
I just put out a video rant about this and the whole Edana thing. I posted on reaction submissions if you want to watch and think it's good content.
I'll take a look. So he knew.
Kendai_ just resubscribed for 9 months. Popcorn.
Because Asia, the Edana in Asia event happened before EU. So he must have watched the Asia one and then known what to do. So he went and did it. That's crazy. La Rat, La Flat, La Tax, La Cook, LeBron. La Bag. Oh, God. La Bag is a good one. I like La Bag. La Bag's good. There's a PvP who doesn't care about the bag. God, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm going to get Edana, it better not be with some bitch-made behavior like that. I'm just going to be real. All right, hold on. There's apparently a video on this. Somebody talk about this.
Hello everyone. Today, I am not doing a guide video for...
Is this a PowerPoint presentation?
Or a change, right?
God, dude, I don't know what it is about video players. I'm going to be real. Honestly, I'll be surprised if there's not 3 spreadsheets in here too. Did you throw a Google Doc in for good measure? Because that's how you know it's the Black Desert community.
What I'm gonna do today is complain. Something I do a lot on my stream, but I haven't done in a while.
I do that all the time. I'm a professional complainer.
You might be hearing me like think a bit, preamble a bit. Unlike my guide videos, this is gonna be recorded in a single take. So I might say some dumb shit.
I like to record everything in a single take. And I feel like viewers think it's better. I don't know. It's more raw, you know, it's more real. People don't like that weak shit.
So bear with me, okay? So, what I'm going to be talking about today is the new content that came with the new region, the Edana throne. I'm going to explain first what it is, because some of you might not know.
I don't need to know that explanation.
So you can grind in peace. And that is how you get picked.
Yeah, we all know what the Edana... Okay, so the problems. Here we go.
That won the tournament, and the current Edana...
Bro, you put... Wait, stop. Stop it. No way you put transitions on this shit?
And this
oh no, okay, all right. So it's just well, these slides are crazy. I'm gonna be on it. This is nuts. Okay.
Edana Throne tournament is that only 10 people for each grind zone are picked. So if 10,000 people applied to all grind zones, only 50 of them, when we get the 5 grind spots, only 50 of them will actually be able
no. Well, it's even more biased than that. It's oh, he's gonna talk
PvP
about it. Okay.
And enjoy
it's even worse than
what's
that.
supposed to be fun content, right? The second issue is that it's very easy.
You don't get it? He went through hell to win it? No, he didn't. He climbed up the side of the mountain. What are you talking about? Or the side of the arena. He didn't go through hell. What the bro? You realize that the top 7 people in the arena. So for those of you that don't understand how this actually works, 10 people get chosen, as he said. 7 of them are just the highest gear score. So whoever has the highest gear score is automatically in. The 7 people with the highest gear score that sign up, automatically in. 3 of them are chosen at random. That's what I am competing for today, which, again, that's like a 3 out of like probably 300 to 400. I maybe have a 1% chance of getting chosen, guys. But if I do get chosen, I will stream it. I'll do my best. Now, that being said, the other 7 people in the arena with him have about as much gear as he does. Like, they've got Obliterating Fallen God. They suffered like he does. They just weren't a bitch. And going forward, I think that... I think what he wanted was he's the first Edana, the first Orbit Edana. And in fairness, he does have that title, but the community will never, the community's never going to respect him. He lost at what did it cost? All of your respect. That's what it cost. So he got it.
Set. It's very easy to just avoid
he got that bag,
fighting. And
but no one ever going to respect the fact that he got it, though. He can wear the title, but nobody's going to give a shit. Like,
go for a scum win, because
it's the same thing. Do you guys think that if I did this, people would think I was some god tier PvPer or whatever? No, they would take whatever little respect they had for my ability to PvP, and it would somehow go down. That's how shitty it. And people don't even watch me because I'm a good PvPer, and I would still lose respect. Like,
with the higher HP, will win the fight at the end. And
I call you a chicken shit player.
2 people
a chicken shit
will have the most HP, then the person with the most gear will win. And then if same level, same HP, the person with the same
You're
gear,
about
same
to find
HP,
out what
the person
happened.
with the highest level will win. So it's very easy to just avoid fighting.
Okay, so as he just said, the best ways to win are by percent HP. If there's an overall tie at all, it's whoever has the maximum level. So if you're level like 68 or something, like 67, 68, you have a high chance of just winning, especially if people came in on tagged characters. They're cooked.
Completely and trying to abuse these rules to get the win.
Yeah, and you have to wait till Sunday at the exact time. I don't really care about this part. I actually I do care about this. I would like to know on Saturday if I got picked. I think this is actually a super fair complaint, and this is really good. I would like, as somebody that could sign up for this, it's really annoying because like I can't make plans on Sunday. I can't do shit on Sunday. Like I'm literally basically just on call the whole day to figure out if I actually got it or not. We should know a day in advance because otherwise players are just like on edge.
Without doing anything, okay? Especially because the area is too big, and even though there's a circle that shrinks as the fight progresses, at the end the circle is still very large. It's like the size of the Arena of Arsha, like the complete Arena of Arsha, not the shrinked version. But yeah, the third problem is that basically if you signed up for Edana, you have to wait until Sunday for 5 minutes before the fight starts. You need to wait until then.
Crashing out about this bitch made hiding and teaming crap for Edana for the past 4 hours.
The whole community woke up and was complaining about view botting. And then the real shit happened. No one gives a shit about your view bots. This is the real drama today. LeDuck said, hold my beer. No shit.
To find out if you got picked or not.
I'll be honest, people are mad with him.
Not.
And rightfully so. I'll be honest. I'd be upset too. And I bet you there's going to be somebody on NA that's bitch made that does this and wins. I bet it's some rando too. Because Divios ain't going to do that. Zethian ain't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lose like a pussy. That's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose like a bitch. But like, none of like the really well-known PvPers are going to do this. I don't think. Someone from Digi might. I'm just joking. I don't think anybody from Digital would. Armin's not going to do that. Honestly, he might.
Reminder, PA delayed the update cause they were unsatisfied with the quality of the update. This is the quality they wanted.
He just might. Armin won the last PA tournament by basically waiting in stealth and running away from his opponents until the final 30 seconds of every single tournament round, class buffing, hitting them one time, and then going back into stealth. Because they just bleed and he'd win by max HP. So yeah. Armin could do that. But that is that was a strategy though. In fairness, I respected Armin for that. I supported him.
X_iskin_X just resubscribed for 2 months. We go again, bald.
Because the format for the tournament was like dog shit. The format for the tournament was total ass, and the changes to Suck Ninja were total dog shit, and he was showing them how dog shit the changes were. And I respected the hell out of it. Now this time though, I don't think Armin's gonna do this. Because he's not trying to like prove something or anything. Like he has a tremendous amount of respect in the community for being a very good PvPer. He's also a big personality, right? He's a streamer. He would lose all of his respect. I think if somebody's going to do this in NA, and I do think that they are, it's going to be some random, right? With a shitload of gear score.
Targeted immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to die. It does better. But I'm going to be honest with you. Even if I wasn't targeted, I would still lose. Eventually, someone with a huge penis is going to look at me. And I'm not like a bad PvPer, but you got to understand, I'm above average PvPer, but I'm fighting the best players to have ever played the game in a lot of cases. You know, if anybody makes it into that arena that is good, I'm going to get fucking turbo fucked. Like, they make you look like a clown.
Everything you do.
Right? It's like Faker fighting like the best NA mid laner, right? The best NA mid laner is good, right? But he going to get clowned. That's just the way that it goes. And to be clear, I am not the best NA mid laner. Okay, I'm like, you know, above average PvPer, but like, yeah.
Really bad designed because people don't know if they're gonna be here on Sunday or not.
Why are BDO stuff streamers so different now? I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's this weird phenomenon. It started on the 21st. We don't know what's going on.
Not like something might come up, right? So it's really bad design in a sense. So those were the three main problems that they need to fix on this content. Here's a...
Armin said he's going to... Teo Crow and Kick said Armin's going to stealth because he knows everyone's going to aim at him first. No. No, it won't be him first. They're going to take one look at Blue Squadron. If you know, you know.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
You know, I'm not actually featured in the photo that you guys can see, but that would be all of them looking at me, though. You know, if you know, you know kind of situation. Oh, God, bro. I would straight up, I'm going to get run, bro.
Player.
Now, I'm going to try. I'm an above average PvPer. I'm not bad, but like, I'm not their level, you know.
The POV of the Edana of the Orbiter Castle today, where he just climbed to the top of the structure and he sat there for the whole 10 minutes. And at the end, because the other three players were fighting, you can see on top, like the three players that are still alive, because the other three players were still fighting, he just won by default, also because he had the most gear on the match. So,
yeah.
This makes no sense, right? So, how do you fix the second?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bitch-made bullshit. That's what that is. They gotta fix that. They're 100% gonna fix that.
Which is...
They're gonna make the arena way smaller. They're gonna kibosh this shit.
This problem.
It's supposed to close in. It did close in, but you can still sit up there even when it closes in because it's still really big. Apparently. Divios, I swear to you this. If we make it in together, I will fight you like a man. And I will die like a bitch. You call me a lot of things, but I spent the majority of my BDO career running it down on Cho Nation. It's just another Sunday, boys. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This be Divios walking into the arena looking at me.
He dies. He dies.
I'm just saying. What the?
Well, if the match goes a full length, the full 10 minutes, instead of taking into account the HP percentage, PA needs to make a point system, basically, where you're gonna go through the number of kills that the player has, the damage done that the player has, the amounts of CCs they...
That's how it should be decided. Why they decided to do it, again, He's 100% correct about this. It should have been decided based off of, you know, how many kills and stuff you had. It's just like in a battle royale.
Your
they should have looked.
Is off.
Stream quality's up 200%. Shut the fuck up, Newt. Anyway, the if you look at like battle royales, like Naraka Blade Point, or what are the really big this starts Fortnite, you know, and stuff like that. You get more elo by getting more kills. You're right. Like you can win, you can be the champion, but that's only worth so many points, right? You actually acquire more elo and more points and tier up more by getting more kills, by doing more, right? Achieving more during the game. They should have looked at those game weights because this is essentially a battle royale, right? You put everybody in an arena, they fight to the death, right? It should be based on how many kills you have, right? And if how many kills you have isn't like if everybody just chooses not to hit each other, then everyone should just be disqualified. Nobody gets to be Edana then, right? It can't be how much, like, or maybe it's like it defaults to damage done if the kills you have, you know, if kills are at 0, and if nobody hits each other, then nobody becomes Edana, or if nobody dies, nobody becomes Edana. It's literally just that simple. It's stalemates. Done. And then the taxes accrue for next time. Make the pot bigger for everybody.
Got. You take all of this in account, and you give a score to each player. And
oh, true. How could I forget? They should have made it like Shadow Arena. Obviously.
And that forces people to actually be aggressive and make plays on other players.
Super successful.
Because otherwise, if it goes full time, there is no way they're going to win by just sitting on a corner and doing nothing, right?
Correct.
So that's how we're going to fix the second point. But the biggest problem is the first point and the third. But the third gets fixed by fixing the first one as well.
The devs have to be so disappointed. The devs have to be so disappointed. They created this crazy monster content that they thought the PvPers were going to love, and then it was completely ruined. And now we're all pointing the fingers at the devs like it's their fault, because it is.
Okay, I didn't talk about this, but before we go into the first point, I'm going to explain how the participants are picked, because this is an issue as well. Right now, 7 out of the 10 participants are picked by having the highest gear score from the people that signed up. And the other 3 is just RNG. So if you are a really low gear scored person compared to the top gear scored, you are not going to have fun on this fight, by the way. But that's...
You are not going to have fun on this fight, and that's another reason I'm going to struggle.
Besides the point, doesn't really matter. So let's look here. We have 20 players on the screen. The red circles are the 7 that got picked for being the highest gear score.
We understand.
And then the 3 for some reason, but you're just sucking on your thumb waiting for the other people to finish, just to know.
Yeah, I understand. We get it. We understand. We get it. Everyone gets to join. You don't need to wait until Sunday to know if you got picked or not. Yeah, this is important. This is important. Everyone gets to join. I don't know about everybody gets to join. That's crazy. Everyone gets to join. Okay, so I'll let them talk about this.
Points. Now, instead of only 10 players joining, everyone gets to join.
No.
Instead of having to wait until Sunday, you already know that you were picked if you signed up. Right?
This is not realistic.
And even then, you could also just make a system where you register on the day if you beat the boss, right? It's not that hard. You can just register on the day.
That is also true. Just let us register on Sunday and then compete on Sunday. You skip the part where he explains how everybody joins. Dude, he's got, bro, like you got on it, like.
You just divide this in groups of 10.
No, this takes forever. What do we mean, bro? Like this is like then we gotta then we gotta fight in, like, there's so much RNG involved in this system. I would rather it just like RNG me. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'd rather it just RNG me. Because then I get into an arena with 10 people. I have to win in that arena. Then I got to win in another arena of 10 people. Then I got to win in another arena of 10 people. Then I have to win a 1v1 best of 3, right? Like it's just Guild League. No. But see, I don't have like 3 hours to do Guild League on like every Sunday.
This is the round 1. And now, when in each group there will be a winner, and you have 30 players left.
Plus, you have no idea like whether or not people are actually going to show up because of how the system works. I guarantee you, a bunch of people today signed up but aren't going to be there.
Right? You now have 30 players left, and you're on the round 2, and you
like you could say that everybody just gets like they just get automatically forfeit, sure, but then you have people just like waiting whole rounds so that they can go fight in the next round, and then there's RNG in every round because I'm gonna be honest with you, a free for all format is not competitive PvP. That's what happened a lot. Some of the people gonna get in just won't show up. Yep. You got to understand that if you ask any actually competitive PvPer what a competitive tournament format looks like, do you think that someone, I know Divios is in the chat, I'll use a different example, but someone like Divios or Zethian or Armin or even Choice, if you said, hey, do you want a free-for-all format or do you want a 1v1 format or do you want a 3v3 format? None of them are picking the free-for-all format. Do you know why? Because there's RNG in a free-for-all format. Because in a free-for-all format, if you step into an arena and everybody sees Divios, there's a high chance he's probably going to get focused down by everybody, right? Or there's just RNG, you're killing somebody and somebody else comes up behind you and CCs you. You get this monster CC on 3 people, you're killing them all, you finally kill them all, but you're unprotected right at the end of your combo, boom, dead. Hide names, it's still RNG. Even if you can't tell who it is, first of all, you know who it is. Okay, there's only a few people on the server that play certain classes that have that much gear, so you can take reasonable guesses as to who people are, right? Guys, how many Awakening Dark Knights do you think are trying to fight for the throne of Edana this week? Who the fuck do you think the Awakening Dark Knight is, right? Like that's like just the way that it goes. Like, so, and we all know each other because we all been playing with each other for like 8 years. All right. Now that being said, let's say that it is completely random. You have no idea who everybody is. It's still random. It's still RNG because inevitably people will gang up on each other. Inevitably, you'll see 3v1s emerge, and you'll see 1v or 2v1s emerge, and you'll see like people fight, and that's not competitive. Competitive tries to make it as equal a playing field as possible, all things considered, right? Gear excluded because that's something that you grind for and something you've worked hard for. But like in a competitive sense, it needs to be like equal teams or an equal playing field for everybody. The free for all format is already something that I don't like. Like this 10 people being put into arena and one of them emerges as Edana. Okay, sure, but like they still have to go on and 1v1 the real Edana, right? Like, and so that it's still like an okay format in that regard. If you do it like this, it's just too much RNG, man. I don't want to get it put in an arena with 10 people, have to RNG it, because like even if I'm the best player in a free for all format, the best player does not always win, and that's the brutal truth. And nobody likes that. The competitive players don't like that. It doesn't make good PvP. Now, if there's only one free for all, 10-man format. Okay, sure, people want to put up with that, but like you do multiple rounds of that, it's just not it. And you can't have everybody participate because like you also start talking about they'll be all in different instances, but what are the chances that the whole server starts lagging? You're like, oh, we'll throw them all in the arena together. Oh, great. So now it's like Siege. Now it's just lagging. Now it's cooked. Even in real fights, the best player doesn't always win. It's just what happens on the day. I mean, that is true. That is true. But you want to make it as even as possible, right? You want to take as much RNG out of it as possible. For the same resistance, for the same reason, resistances were removed.
In the winners, you can just make a free-for-all with the 3 players. Or then...
No, that's the worst. This is the worst.
3 winners, you can just make a free-for-all with...
Yeah, so like what happens? Yeah, so what happens if there's only 5... What happens if there's only 5 arenas then? Like, let's say only 50 people sign up for the Orbita Edania. That means you have to do a round where there's essentially only 5 people fighting for it. And inevitably what happens...
And if there's 3 winners, you can just...
And inevitably what happens is... What always happens in a situation like this? In a 1v1v1, and I've done this enough times in Throne and Liberty, in Black Desert Online, and like anyone that's done large-scale PvP and that's seen a 1v1v1, inevitably it ends up being a 2v1. You gang up on one guy. That's the way that it goes. And that's not fun. That's not competitive. Okay? Now, I'll tell you what. If this one guy beats both of you, you look like...
Make a free-for-all with the 3 players. Or then you can take the points.
And again, you don't want to lose your chance at Edana because you got 2v1. That sucks.
These players have. You can just divide this in groups of 10.
Then again, losing the 1v1 might just be worse. At least if you lose the 2v1, you can go to sleep going, they had a 2v1 me.
Lined up. Right? And even then, you could also just make a system where you register on the day if you beat the boss, right? It's not that hard. You can just register on the day. And finally, this system would be able to, you could reward the people as they beat more rounds, right? Instead of only rewarding the...
This is a great point. I wholeheartedly disagree with this. You can also reward people by the amount of rounds they passed. No, I can't agree with this because I don't agree with that.
Edana,
that's a good point, though.
At the end, you could maybe give some incentive for people to join. Where
I feel like all of this doesn't matter after the first week. The Edana, you gotta go win the 1v1 still. Yeah, but it's still not fun though. It does matter. Number one, because we all should not have to like sit on pins and needles waiting to see if we're gonna get chosen to do the Edana content. That's frustrating. That is really annoying. Number one. So that needs to be fixed. Number two, this problem needs to be fixed because then all of the people fighting for the throne don't feel like it's a fun fight for the throne. It's not like what it's supposed to be. There's not actual PvP going on. Yes, he still has to go on and fight the Edana, but the Edana got there by doing the exact same thing. So like, what happens when all of us are just up here laying down? Like, you have to fix this. It must be fixed. It must be fixed. And it's such an easy fix. It is a very easy fix. As he laid out, this is a great suggestion, it's got to be based on number of kills. If nobody gets a kill, nobody gets to go fight for the throne, and the Edana lives on in the next week. It's literally just that simple. Like, it's literally just based on the number of kills. You can do damage done. I don't think damage done's a good idea, because then you could have people win trading. Somebody goes in as a tank, and somebody just DPSs them the whole time. But it would be harder to do that. But you could do damage done and CC achieve. That's fine too. Kills is the best way to do it, though.
That they actually went ahead with it without thinking that the content would be way too limiting. And
which BDO had Siege like Throne of Liberty? Yeah, our Siege sucks. Sadly. Actually, sometimes Siege is incredibly good. Sometimes Siege is super, super fun. And then other times it's not so fun. And then other times it's not so
actually
fun.
Not be fun the way they implemented it into the game. And that's it for my rant. I hope this was short. I hope this was straight to the point. I just wanted to get this out of my chest because I feel like it's better to have this on a video because PA usually, they take feedback from videos. They don't take it straight from streams because it's much harder for them to take feedback from streams.
True. Do you know why PA can take feedback from videos? It's right here. They can auto-translate to their language. And it's easier for them to very quickly understand feedback, right? Like, or they could, like, their translator can play shit back for them. But in a live stream, it's more difficult. I will say, the translator for Pearl Abyss Korea loves me to death. He's probably here right now. He's just incognito.
Basically. So I wanted to put this out on a video, and I hope you guys enjoyed me ranting. If you have any thoughts on the map.
Yeah. Does anyone know? Yeah, I'll link the video again. I'll link the video for everybody. Appreciate him making the video. Who's that? Raise Your Chicken. It's ChickenSan. They need to fix it. Remove title ban for 90 days. I don't know what do you mean by that? I saw Byrog get rammed by people at the Edana arena. I'm gonna get rammed by people in the Edana arena, bro. I'm gonna get rammed hard.
Even if I have to.
Well, who is this? This is Osku. Okay.
The LeDuck POV. I want to have the PvP even if I have to smash my head on the wall for 4 hours straight. Or
is LeDuck talking? Wait, this is LeDuck talking? You're joking. Oh, it just got so much better. Oh, this just got so much better. Oh God.
Okay, then maybe that's not the Conquer POV, but just the LeDuck POV. I want to have the PvP even if I have to smash my head on the wall for 4 hours straight, or
Yeah,
like
good
Oscar
luck.
said something about dick and a wooden plank kind of.
Bro, good luck.
Holy cinema. Oh my God. It's a caught cinema emote. LeDuck literally said he wants PvP. He'll be lucky if he doesn't get banned. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. He'll be lucky if Perlibus doesn't ban him. I'm just keeping it a buck. What he did, I wasn't gonna say it, but now he doubled down. This was stupid. You should not. It's one thing to have just gone in without saying anything and then, you know, been a roach, right? Like, okay, yeah, we lose respect for you, whatever. This though, this is why people, now I know why people are angry at you. Now I get it. Like a lot more angry than normal. Like this really bad. You said you wanted people. This would be like if I said, guys, I'm going to fight it out, and then did the same thing and went and roached it. Like, do you have any idea? Oh my God, bro, I would get absolutely obliterated. You'll be lucky if Perlibus doesn't ban you, LeDuck. I don't know if he's here right now, but what you did was very clearly an abuse of game mechanics. There are clips of you doing it all over the community. That is not an intended feature by the developers. You'll be lucky if they don't ban your account. It was a week ago. Doesn't matter. He still said this a week ago. I would say that's well within the time frame. A week ago was, you know, the expansion was coming out, and he's like talking about how he wants to gas up and do all this PvP. He sees the first available opportunity to cheat, and he cheats. What are we talking about? This is a clear abuse of game mechanics. I don't want to see the duck banned. I don't. But Perlibus is well within their rights to do so. I'm gonna tell you right now. Where is the image? Does anyone have the image? I don't have the image up anymore. Of him laying up there. It's cooked, bro. Perlibus can verify that shit. And you are not supposed to be doing that. And they care very much that their content, especially when they release it, the first time that they release it, they really want people to fight. They really want people to do it. They want people to participate in the content. They want people to be hyped about it. They've been hyping this up for like a year and a half now about how you're going to fight for this throne or whatever. And you very clearly exploited the game. You exploited their game. And I'm telling you right now, you'll be lucky if you make it through the week on that account. I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know if it was worth it. I'm just saying. There's definitely grounds to ban somebody over something like that. I love LeDuck. I do. I think he makes some amazing montage videos about enhancing and stuff. And I think he's worked really hard on his account, but I'm going to be real. You going to throw all that hard work away for that? I guarantee you that's what the CM team is doing as we speak. I will 100% guarantee you that the EU CM team is talking about whether or not they need to take action on this. And I guarantee you if Korea weighs in on it, they're going to ban that. 100% they're having a crisis management meeting about it. They care about this kind of shit, guys. The devs don't care about everything, but something like this, they just released their big content. You bet your ass they're watching live to see, you know, what's going on with it. Ooh, dude. And do you think that the EU PvP community is going to give a shit if LeDuck gets banned? LeDuck spent, dude, imagine spending like 8 to 10 years building up a reputation for being this hardcore grinder that gets these obliterating fallen gods. You build up all this respect for all this grinding, and then you say, yeah, I want to come out and I want to PvP and stuff, and people are behind you, and then you throw all of that respect, that trust, and that hard work away because you had to cheat your way to the top. And damn, like, bro, people just do stupid shit, man. I'm just to be honest with you. They're just stupid ass shit. That's dumb. That's dumb as I mean, today, I thought the only cheaters I was dealing with today were the viewbotters, but shit. That was stupid. And I like LeDuck, I do. But do you think that EU PvP scene is going to have any remorse for him if he gets banned? Do you think they're not going to celebrate in unison? Like, yeah, f you. Yeah, you literally just, You built up all of this respect, you built up all of this trust, and then like immediately all of it is gone because you did something stupid. Why, dude? Why would you do that? Why spend all your time grinding? Why spend all your time making those YouTube videos? Why? You just go to the top of the pillar. Oh, he climbed up there. He climbed up there and laid down so that nobody could see him on the minimap. And to be clear, again, you're not supposed to be able to climb up there. I almost guarantee you, like, he's laying on flat air. He's literally laying on flat air. You're not supposed to be there. It's not an intended use of game mechanics. It's well within their TOS. They're well within their rights to ban him. And like, no one's gonna give a shit, and that sucks because LeDuck has worked really hard on his account. He's worked really hard as a content creator. He's worked really hard on his account. I have a lot of respect for him, but sadly, it's not my respect that matters. It's the court of public opinion, and now everybody hates you. Not trying to defend it, but it is what LeDuck did technically against TOS. It's 100% against TOS. Or he's just the idea, just against the idea of the new content. No, it was 100% against TOS. Guys, anything that you're doing that is an exploit of game mechanic, clear exploit of game mechanics, like laying down and clearly trying to avoid PvP in a what would typically be considered an out of bounds part of the arena, an unintended, like it shouldn't have been an accessible part of the arena, but you know, it's an overstep on the devs part. And to be clear, the reason it's an abuse is because, and we made this distinction, and that's why this screenshot is so important. This screenshot, this is why, again, he's gonna get, I'd be surprised he doesn't get banned. Someone in Asia did the same thing. No, I literally just hid the entire round. I literally just hid the entire round. It was cringe. Yeah, so somebody in Asia did the same thing. So he saw someone in Asia exploit it. They were the first people to discover it. And that person might not get banned because at least like he discovered a bug. So you could make the case that like, you know, it's not necessarily his fault. LeDuck knew about the bug, exploited it, and that abused a game mechanic. Okay, so like there's pictures of him saying, hey, I knew about this and I did it. Then he did it. And like, again, that's bro. I would, if I was a dev, if it was my game, he'd be banned 100%. I wouldn't even hesitate. And I love LeDuck, but like, he'll be lucky if he gets away with that. It's actually 5-head. It's the dumbest idea. I'm gonna tell you right now, winning the Edana throne, nothing. It's like, oh my god, what more could you want? Not tanking your entire career that you've built up over the last 8 years as a content creator. That's kind of important. Is it worth your entire public reputation? Is it worth all of the respect? Is it worth your account? You got it. Congratulations. If they permanently ban you, was it worth it? Will you ever be revered as the actual first Edana? Are people going to give a shit? No, no one's going to care. No one will ever credit him with actually winning it. And all of his hard work was immediately discredited. It's the truth. You can hate me for it, but I'm spitting facts right now.
LEDUCK is in chat.
Yo, LeDuck, my brother. Why? Oh, this is important. I'll talk to him. Yo, can I finish this event? Let me finish this event, and then I'll pull you up, okay, brother?
Hello, hello.
All right, what up? Okay, so for those of us catching up on the situation, our boy LeDuck here saw people in Asia climb to the top of the arena or bug their way to the top of the arena, whatever, and basically lay down and wait until the end of the Edana fight where nobody could see him, or just basically where he couldn't be interacted with, I guess, way up top while the other players all fought. He won the Edana throne, the most prestigious Edana throne in EU, by doing this, and it's extremely controversial. And my opinion on it is that you're lucky if you don't get banned. But LeDuck, I'd like, you know, we always get both sides of the story. I'd love to hear your rebuttal on it, hear what your thoughts on it. Because here's the thing. My first question is, a week ago, you're on record with a clip saying that you were just so ready to PvP, you couldn't wait to PvP and like bang cheeks and stuff. So like, and then there's like this bitch made shit. So what happened between then and now? What happened? And then.
Yeah. I don't know where I want to start, because first of all, my chances of winning this were like never great, right?
Neither are mine, but I'm not going to do that.
Huh?
My chances of winning are very high, but I'm not like like.
The thing is, I play shy, right? I'm a PvP player, but I'm a shy man, right?
Shies do damage now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, we leave that. We don't even talk about shy. Okay.
Okay, I'll let you talk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thanks.
I play Zerka PvE only, and I have some experience on the class, but let's be real, I know myself, I know other people, I'm not really good on it, okay? Especially with the nerfs on the grab and the mouse movement removal, it's not really it. So I can give you my game plan. If climbing wouldn't exist, it would literally be me running around trying to just take as little damage as possible because my class is full SA. And I'm forced in a full damage setup, which I'm not shining at, because my class usually is more played with like a DR stone, like in the Karazad, right? And yeah, if you would have seen the other people, or you will see it yourself, and when you do your fight, no one is fighting. Everyone is just running around. No, there's no reason to fight. HP wins. In fact, if you avoid fighting until everyone else like bash their heads against each other and they died, you actually have a higher chance of winning. So this is not PvP. Like this whole fight is just really bad designed. And I was watching by Septimus Prime stream earlier. I saw what he said about the Asia guy. I checked it out myself. And the fact that the Fog of War is closing in and it leaves structures in the play is just,
I would have given him a
it's
pass
just cringe.
had he used his shy
So,
and went to the top of the
honestly,
pillar and used...
I know PA is not listening to us. They don't give a shit about anything. They will leave this shit for ever, you know. There's not going to be a change coming. But honestly, if someone abuses it and they see it, then it will be changed. That is my thought process of this. So that's why I just show it. It is abusable. Structure shouldn't be even in, or the fog should close more into the center by the end of the fight. And that way it's not abusable, right? And if I have to take a bullet for that, I don't give a shit. Like, if they want to ban me, in fact, I would be happy to be banned. Then I'm finally free of BDO, right? In fact, I'm literally the last person in this game, I feel like, that does not pay to win, that plays this game for, like, the sake of having fun when they grind and when they PvP. If they ban me, it is what it is. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I wanted to let you talk. So there's a few points that I want to address. Number one, there's a big difference between people running away, which I agree with you. You are not wrong on some of these points. It is poorly designed. It should not be based on HP. 100% agree. Shouldn't be based on level or HP. It should be based on the number of kills that you get in the arena, or damage even, CCs, whatever they're going to do, particularly kills. But you're absolutely right about that. But there is a massive difference between people running away and like trying to like skirt the side of the arena, trying not to get hit or whatever, because they still are participating in the fight. They're just like, a legitimate strategy is to try to wait till the end and avoid people. That's fair. But what you did was you climbed on structures to the top of the arena. It looked like you were laying down on something that was invisible.
Sure, yes, because if you're a PvP player, you know that if you go into crouch mode, you are not being spotted on the map.
So, but you're laying on an invisible platform, right?
No, I was climbing and I just laid down. Sure, I can actually stream it to you because I plan on showing that tomorrow on my stream as well. Okay. Let me just... Right. Stream. I think you should see my monitor now, right?
Okay. Let's see it.
So I can just show you like how...
No. I don't want to see the bug. I don't want to see the bug. I just want to see the end result.
There's no bug.
It's I do not want...
everyone else can do.
This is not a bug.
Okay.
This is an exploit of game mechanics. And I'm not going to showcase the exploit. I want to see the end. Fast forward to the end.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so this is what you did right here. Why
is that an exploit?
This is POV. This is because... Do you think that the developers intended for you to climb up on these structures and just lay here the entire match?
If they are literally in the area...
Your honest opinion.
If they're in the area, why the fog is not closing any deeper, and you are standing on top of the rock because your class allows it, then it's literally meant to be there. It's just dumb that it is there.
It is. I would agree with you. It is dumb that it is here. They should not have put these structures here. But this is not intended by the devs. It is not intended that you're supposed to go up here. These spaces were supposed to be used for fighting, if at all. But like they were stupid. I agree with you. They should not be here. But this is not intended. Not even by any stretch of the imagination. And trying to lie to yourself and say that they are is silly. Now I also want to point out, you said you were doing it on Shy. So you said you only PvP. So you went in on Berserker. That's a fighting class. So you don't have the Shy defense. You went in on Berserker with a full DR crystal setup, and it looks like
That's
DP house buffs.
You can't have a DR crystal setup in this mod.
Hold
what I said earlier, you
said you had DR Karazads, right?
Yeah, that's what you want to play on Zerka, but you can't play on that because here.
Yeah, I would agree. PA is also at fault, but this is definitely not an intended use of game mechanics. What are your Karazads look like? Okay, so what are your
you see it on the LPDP.
So you have 460 DP. Yeah. What does the crystal page look like?
No, wait, that is the one that I tried to put on, but it doesn't work in the mode.
Okay, so which one did you have on?
Oh, bro, I switched between it too quick.
So you only had one DR crystal on. Okay.
No, it doesn't work. You can't have a DR crystal on. If you have a DR crystal, it's
okay.
Your AP. This is my crystal setup.
So regardless, this is 100% one. You're fooling yourself if you think that the developers intended for you to be laying up there. And
it doesn't matter if it's intended or not. It is usable. Anyone can do it.
It absolutely does matter because in this case it is extremely relevant because it is against the terms of service to abuse something in a way that is not an intended form of game mechanics. We used to talk about this with one-sided decks. No, don't hold on. With one-sided decks. If everybody remembers one-sided decks, the reason people used to never get banned when people were hunting people in PvP is because, and Perlibus said this, it was an intended use of game mechanics. That's why no one ever was getting banned. Then they changed the TOS to say that was basically an abuse of game mechanics. They do not like you abusing game mechanics. And to be clear, it is PA's up. They this up royally. Couldn't agree with you more on that one. But I'm gonna be honest with you, LeDuck. You'll be lucky if you don't get banned for this, mainly because you also, by your own admission, just a moment ago, you heard that somebody exploited it on SEA, and then you were like, Asia. Oh well, I'm just gonna Asia, and then you said, well, I'm just gonna do that, and then you went up and did that. I guarantee you Perlibus is talking about this right now.
I hope they do.
Well, in fairness, you're the hero we needed, because if you get banned, they're 100% going to change this.
I hope their feedback is to remove structures from the PvP zone.
Can I join that?
You can have some little rocks here and there for a ranger to jump up, but...
Do you mind if I add Divios to the call?
Sure. I don't mind. I mean, I think we have the same point on this. I just think I would approach it a bit differently. Like you say, PA will eventually fix it, but they will never fix anything, right?
No. This is their premier content. They've been waiting for this content release for a while.
Yeah, but this is nothing.
They're going to fix this right away. I feel like they're going to fix this right away. This is not like
it's the same with AOS.
This is not like just Node Wars. This is not just like Node Wars or their AOS. This is their brand new feature presentation of their new expansion. They care about this. How in the do I add people to this call?
And I think you need to be friends with Divios, and then you can add them.
I'm going to add you, I guess, too.
Sure, if that is.
Good. New group, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If they want to ban me. I don't care. If they honestly,
let's move over to the Divios. Let's move over to the Divios call.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm curious. Okay, Divios, you've heard the opinions on it. Where are you sitting on this? This is somebody that still has to do this.
Sound off. There we go. Hello.
What up?
Big fan, Divios.
What's up? But I mean, I actually don't think there's first off, I don't think it really matters after the first couple weeks. But the biggest thing, I mean, like that part should definitely just have like an invisible wall on it in there. Other than that, though, I don't like I don't think anything's gonna happen. I don't think it. And I think it's just kind of like. It's like now it's just a place people know of. So now it's like, all right, you have to check to see if someone's there for now. And I don't know.
Well, you can't really check it if people are fighting. That's the problem. You can't really check it if people are fighting.
You have the UI on the top, so you see the classes and people in, for example, people who are spectating Byrock.
You're literally in the middle of fighting people.
If you're a PvP player, you check this buff bar anyway. Like you want to see enemy popping DR tendons or whatever in that moment, so you naturally just look up and see who's alive. Like you also have some breathing room here and there. It's not like you're perma fighting, so you kind of check this. For example, people were watching Byrock when he was part of the fight in EU. And they were telling him in his Twitch chat to look for the Zerker. No one was even looking for me.
Yeah. It was also only possible for him to do it because he was the highest geared person in the match.
Exactly. Also, yeah.
If you're the highest geared person in the match, you have an advantage because, you have the rules on your side at the end. Like, I mean, I was gonna say, like, if I could go on Wukong, I could fight the entire time and guaranteed win as long as I was alive at the end. Because I could go on Wukong if I was the highest geared person. And just with 3 seconds left, I just press my 4-second iframe and then pop a whale pot, and I'm full health again, and I win, guaranteed. Obviously, I have to be alive still, but like, I mean, what could have happened, right? Someone could have climbed up there and then killed him up there, but it's just like obviously, I saw how I didn't think it was that high at first. Yeah, being able to climb that high up is crazy.
I mean, it was not difficult. Mm-hmm. Like it was 2 pred hunts, and then you were up there.
1 sec, I have a retard I have to deal with. Homie, you can type in chat without using all caps, man. Like, bro, do you need to go take your medication? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? Bro, relax, man. Like, just go touch some grass, brother. Okay. Like, holy moly. All right. Again, it's open for interpretation. It depends on how Perlibus wants to look at it. The reason why I think that you could get banned here is because they've banned people for less in the past. And
take that bullet if necessary.
Like a champion. Now, we all agree the game mode is poorly designed in this way because it is based off of max HP and level and all of this bullshit. I'm curious, Divios, what are your thoughts on what they should change it to? Because I think it should be kills, CC, kills and maybe CC and maybe damage, but kills primarily. But what are your thoughts on it?
I think it should still be last man standing. It should just close in more.
Yes. So there's no time
or remove the structures,
or just make it like Battle Royale where it just keeps closing in until it's literally like. I'm actually there in the game right now. I can show if you want.
Okay, yeah.
But there's like this, like for example, this castle. There's a little tiny platform, and they could just make it just like keep closing in to where it's like someone. I'm just swapping characters.
Okay, all right. Closing in so the Rangers and Archers cannot participate. Now they have an advantage at the start, but then they would have a disadvantage at the end.
Like, yeah, but I think that's fine. No, or if you make them tiny blocks.
Again, no, that would be okay. Yeah. What Divio suggested is totally fine. Like that's totally fine.
Yeah. I'm streaming now. Here we go. Like this is where it takes place, right?
Okay.
It takes place, and it's like okay. Yeah, it's like like all they had to do is just make it to like it just keeps closing in until like the end where it's basically just like here. They could make it literally just like this square, this square going around here. They could make it just this square at the end.
And what if people choose not to fight?
I think you have to fight in an open area. You have to fight.
I mean, this. If all of them choose, choose not to fight.
Yeah. Well, I think that no one gets Edana. I think that no one gets Edana. Then I'll be honest with you. I think if nobody's fighting, nobody gets Edana.
But if they already pre-planned a team, they're already just going to choose who wins. I mean, they'd have like a pre-planned idea who wins at that point.
And how do you think they should go about nerfing it so that people can't team up?
I think they did a lot. Like the only thing I think they could do is they could make it random which castle you put in. But like that would be weird.
That would be weird.
That would kind of take, but that's the only thing. I mean, they already made it so you don't have your names. You don't have like your it's hard to identify people other than just by their class. obviously if you go in and you see a suck ninja, you're like, all right, I know who that is. You see someone playing Wukong, you're like, okay, I know who that is.
I don't know if Armin has the gear to be it. I don't know if Armin's got the gear to be it.
No, hell no, he doesn't. He might have enough for the first one.
Yeah, he might win that lower castle, but he ain't up here, that's for sure.
It just like if the circle just closed in a bit more. It basically like it'll get to a point where you can't run. The only classes that could really like just like live at that point is like Sork. Like Sork and like Suckdosa a bit. Like if it closed in, right, the only classes that could really like live for a long time would be like Sork or Suckdosa.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I think those are good suggestions. Again, yeah, it's totally like they should have designed it a lot better.
But I'm honestly I'm kind of happy that happened because now I'll know that like if I have to get up on these things if I don't see people missing people.
Yeah, that's wild. Again, LeDuck, I didn't actually really get an answer before. You said something about Shy, but then you went in on Berserker. You were talking about literally how excited you were to go in and PvP.
No.
You literally said that in a clip. Yes, you did. I'll pull it up.
And you misunderstood me, or I said it wrong.
Okay,
I
hold
said
on.
that
I'll play the clip.
I'm a Shy main. I play Shy in PvP.
Hold on, I'll play the clip.
But I'm
hold
a
up.
PvE Zerker, okay, and I don't show up on Shy, obviously, for this.
So this is what I'm referencing here.
Okay, then maybe that's not the Conquer POV, but just the LeDuck POV. I want to have the PvP even if I have to smash my head on the wall for 4 hours straight.
Oh, the Oscar clip.
About dick and a wooden plank kind of.
Bro, good luck.
Isn't that just about Siege?
Yeah, so no, just let him explain. LeDuck, is it clipped out of context? What's the deal with this? Because like
no, there was a talk between, like, it started on my stream. I read it over to Oscar, and then we talked about it a bit. It's just in the EU, there's like this problem that people are avoiding each other and they're not fighting each other. And I don't know how.
So
is that also out of context? What? Can you play it again? I catched it like halfway in.
Okay.
Or send me the clip so I can watch it.
You said I don't care if I'm going to bang my head against the wall for 4 hours. I want the PvP. Which could be about Siege,
group
because
PvP
Siege is
then.
4 hours.
Okay, then maybe that's... Yeah, but that's group PvP, right? POV, but like this... Okay, this mode in my eyes is not PvP, or it wasn't PvP. And also my kind of PvP is a different kind of PvP that Oscar plays, for example. Like I'm a Shy player, and if I have to participate in a free-for-all as a Shy, that's already a Doom moment for me, right?
I feel like
Shy I'm a loser in that end anyway. Okay, but
not free for all though. Yeah, not free for all though.
I'm forced on full up AP gear.
Full AP, yeah, full AP.
On a Shy that has no protection at all. Like, how am I supposed to kill anyone with a frontal guard?
You could say the same thing. I bet Shy does more damage than Awakening DK.
But Awakening DK can combo someone, and Shy is just punching back and lays on the ground.
I try to combo
Shy does crazy damage, but Shy does crazy damage, but like her protections and the way she actually fights you is trash.
Correct. I don't think I can kill Divios. I think that even at 839 gear score, I don't think I can kill Divios. Not in 2 combos. I don't think I could kill him. But we'll see. But that being said, I guess again, it is open to interpretation. I hope you don't get banned, man. LeDuck, you've been in the community for a long time, but like I'll be honest, I think a lot of people lost respect today, climbing up and laying down like that, and for good reason. I misunderstood
my purpose of this. Like if I'm that greedy of a person that needs 8 billion and whatever the tax is gonna give me, then I just go grind 3 hours. You know, I really don't care about the silver. In fact, some people in the EU are probably happy if I'm the Edana because I tend to talk to people and give them the buff, you know. I don't run around and kill people. Like my guildmates are literally telling me I should run around and kill people because it's so much content to be the Edana boss. Like if Divios is the Edana in the fight, he has so much content for his stream. I'm not going to do anything of that. I'm a Shy player. I just PvE myself, so... Most people are probably just happy that I'm Edana because it gives them free drop buff and all that. But hey, if someone hates me because of that, if they want to report me, and I do get end up banned by PA, then you can bet on it that PA will at the same time change the system, right? Because they're not just going to ban me, but
I think they would have changed the system after seeing what happened in Asia. Seeing it happen in EU as well will only reinforce it.
Yeah.
Watch it, and I'll bet
that's the point. Making sure that PA realizes that they are bringing questionable content out.
But LeDuck, don't try to be like, oh, well, I was doing it so that PA would see the reason. No, you did it because you wanted the free win. You did it because you wanted the free win.
I don't care about the win.
Yes, you clearly did.
I think you clearly misunderstood that.
Don't tell me you didn't care about the win. That's bullshit. You're not a
martyr.
martyr.
I don't care about the win.
Now, if they ban you, then you can play martyr. Okay, but you only really cared about the win. You cared about it so much that you, in my mind, in my eyes, and I think many people's eyes, it's an exploit of game mechanics.
I literally I don't know if you want to watch my.
That is open to interpretation, and ultimately, the only interpretation that matters is Perlibus's. Right? There are some people in chat you can see that agree with LeDuck, that agree with Divios. But there are other people that agree with me, and none of our opinions matter.
Something.
It will only matter for Perlibus.
The one thing I'll say is that this is something that will only matter the first week. Because after this, it's like, all right, well, like, say, like, eventually, like, again, we all know that, like, eventually Armin's going to get in the castle. At some point, Armin will get in. And from there on, it's going to take a lot to take him out of the castle. Because he
just goes into stealth like a virgin.
Not even stealth. No, he's just gonna beat you 1v1.
Oh,
most people in the game, Armin will just beat.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like a lot of people when they see the sign up, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fighting Armin this week." Well, that I'm not going to that castle. Like if they're someone that wants to do it.
I think the strategy against Armin is to just one shot him. Like you just don't fight. Just
then we'll say someone, let's say like me then. Say like, oh, what, like if. Say you're a DK player, you're a witch player, and you're like, well, I want to do PvP, but unfortunately, there's a striker in the castle.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm going in. Okay, it might be a fucking
some people will
couch situation,
but I mean, I can tell you that from my experience over the years that people don't. People will be like, oh, well, I know I'm going to lose anyway, so what's the point?
No, that's Cho Nation. That's the Cho Nation perspective.
That's what people do. Like when it came to the best in class, I had like 8 or 10 people DM me. They asked me like, "Oh, are you signing up on Striker? If not, I'm not signing up on that class because they say it's a waste of time." Like, I'm not signing up in general because it's like, and I guarantee you the master class is gonna be the same thing, and all those kind of things like that. If they go in and they're like, "All right, even if I win this free for all, which is already hard to win the free for all because it's random." There's randomness involved in it. Even if you win the free for all, you're like, all right.
You gotta fight the one.
I'm probably gonna lose.
Right.
I'm gonna lose anyway.
Right. No. I mean, I agree. After the first couple of weeks here, it's not gonna matter as much. But you still get a free ride through that free for all. Perlibus does not want that. They want you to fight. So I bet they change it, and that's why I asked Divios your opinion.
Oh yeah. 100%. They changed it.
LeDuck's opinion. I think they 100% changed it based on this stuff. The question is, I don't know, man. It depends on how they want to see it. They've seen they've banned people for a lot less.
And again, I don't mind. I really don't mind if they want to ban me.
All right. Well, I appreciate your opinion.
Long over this game. I'm just playing it because I have nothing else to play. If they ban me, also. Do we want to talk more about this? Because I kind of want to talk like 2 minutes or so just about what I'm reading in Twitch chat and your chat.
No, I mean, they're saying L Blue. There's a lot of people in chat saying L Blue. You notice I'm not banning you.
I see some people.
It's a court of public opinion. They can disagree with me. You guys can disagree with people. Can disagree. It's not. Every chat is an echo chamber of sorts, sure, but like. Because I have no bots in my chat, not everybody just agrees with me for no fucking reason. Spamming W like retards, right? The def L Blue. Yeah, see, there you go. So go ahead and address what you want to. Again, they're entitled to their opinions. Okay.
I kind of want to introduce myself because some people might not know who I am. I'm playing this game on a very try-hard PvE basis. I do also PvP. That doesn't matter here. But I never pay to win anything, and some people are literally just writing that, I don't know, I would pay to win Foreign Gods, I would do anything for gains or whatever. I'm not that guy. I actually don't give a shit. So if people want to ban me for that, ban me. I think I did the community a favor. I did not necessarily the 9 people that were in the fight a favor, but I did the community a favor that hopefully this gets changed in the future. And if PA wants to punish me for that, I don't care either. And also... I don't want to put what is the phrasing? I don't want to take too much time here in this call, But I will also talk about this tomorrow on my own stream. So if people want to hear more about this shit and why I did it, like if some people are still having questions, there's no
fair.
reason to doom talk me or anything. Come to my stream tomorrow. We talk about it. Like there's no reason.
I think there's a fair amount of people that agree with you, LeDuck. And I think that everyone agrees.
I tend to. I kind of want to make everyone happy. That's just how I am.
You're never going to make everybody happy. You're never going to do that. Especially with what you just did in the arena. There is no way. There are a lot of super salty PvPers, and you would be surprised how petty PvPers get. I mean, like shit. I mean, I'm sure Divios got stories about like, you know, what BR and Cho used to do to each other. Bro, people get petty. It is what it is. So you're not going to make everybody happy. So all you can do is present the facts, which is exactly what you did. And I respect you for it. And I think, again, there's a lot of people on chat on your side. But again, there's a lot of people on your side. There's a lot of people against you. Divius is on your side in this case too. That's all good. And LeDuck, I like you. As I said before, I think you're a great guy. But it's not my opinion that matters. It's not Divius' opinion that matters. And in this case, not the community. Well, it is kind of the community's opinion. It's Perlibus' opinion. It's their interpretation. And my fear is that you have upset people enough in this case that like Perlibus bans people based on the court of public opinion in a lot of cases as well. And we've seen this based on what they've done to streamers in Korea and even streamers in North America. They'll just ban people. If the community gets really riled up about something, they just ban people. So it's good that you came out and talked about it. Clearly, there's some people on your side, but ultimately, it'll be up to Perlibus to decide. No big deal. We got your back. Yeah, it'll be up to the community to decide. No big deal. If it was up to me, no, I wouldn't ban you. Do I consider it a bug exploit? Yeah, I would consider it, but I would consider that because it just happened this first week. In my mind, you could probably write that. I would probably write that and be like, okay, well, we can blame that on Perlibus. And we are, in fairness, blaming it on Perlibus, but that's not how PA necessarily does business. It's their game. So like it's their interpretation is what matters. And I think that what they're going to, I'm scared for you, but hopefully you make it through. Hopefully you make it. And again, if the community backs you, you will make it through. You'll be okay.
Also, I will pop the blessing buffs for you around noteboard time for the people that care. So stay tuned for that.
What is the buff? Wait, you're popping what buff?
Yes, the Demon Lords get like a giga buff.
I thought that they got it 24/7. I didn't know that they could pop it for everybody.
No. It's 1 hour, 10 times a week.
Holy
1 hour, 100% drop rate for everybody, and it goes over cap with everything. So it goes like 500% if you have everything.
Oh yeah, make sure to use the Maniram, guys, because I get 200,000 silver per. Crazy.
200,000 silver per second. I can't believe it's so low. It's crazy.
It's so bad.
Blue is just telling PA it's okay to ban him. No, I literally just said if it were me, I wouldn't ban him, but I do consider it like a bug abuse for sure, an exploitive game of intended game mechanics. But if Perlibus were to ban him, people would get upset because there's ultimately the way the community, Perlibus is a multi-billion-dollar company. All they care about is PR. That's what at the bottom brass tacks. All they care about is PR. Okay, so if they see the community get really upset with them because they banned a community member who only abused something because Perlibus is so incompetent that they didn't make a good game mode, they're not going to do it. Okay, they're not going to do it, or they would overturn the ban. One of the two. I'm not encouraging Perlibus to ban him. I am simply saying that it is technically within legal limits to ban him based on what the terms of service says. They could say that they interpret it this way. And they have in the past done that. Like, I love you, LeDuck. I hope that you don't get banned. But like,
when did they do that? Like, can you explain
the Korean,
case, maybe?
I covered some Korean streamer drama back in the day where this Korean streamer, he plugged in a keyboard off screen. Okay, so he plugged in a keyboard like over there. And he got up and walked away from his PC and then started spamming skills on his keyboard. And his character just started doing stuff. And so the whole community reported him for macroing and like that kind of thing.
That.
And yes, and Perlibus, without doing an investigation, because it's a court of public opinion and it's about a PR. It's more about PR than anything. If the community gets upset enough, they'll just ban you. It doesn't matter if you've like broken the terms. They'll just ban you. It is what it is. And they'll just say that, oh, it's within our terms of service based on this interpretation because they can choose to interpret it however they want. Now, they ultimately did end up unbanning him because he later released evidence that he wasn't macroing and he was just like a roach. But that's because, again, the court of public opinion flipped back on them against them and it backfired. So he got unbanned again. So like, again, it's really, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. All they care about is saving face. So assuming that the community backs you on it, you should be okay.
Well, then, to my haters, make sure to report me. Otherwise, you're not getting rid of me, I guess.
Oh.
It is what it is.
I don't want to get rid of you, buddy. I think that your enhancing videos are the best in the category.
I just seek freedom from Black Desert Online. One day I will get it.
Someday. Okay, anything else we want to say before I bounce out?
No. Thank you for taking my opinion.
Of course.
I'll do like a final statement.
Okay.
Just kind of like, to me it feels just like it's one of those things where it's like not how they wanted it to go, but they're like, it's not something where it's like, it's more of just like it's not some like big crazy just like compared to the mapping thing of the past where it's just like
the mapping
instantly
thing
trillions and instantly trillions injected.
You could, but that's actually, it is like the mapping thing in that, you remember a lot of people back then were like on the side of the mappers. Remember, Divios? They were like, no, this is intended. This is like it's technically part of the game. And then Perlebish just put their foot down and said, no, it's not. Or Cacao.
Well, things they'd already punished in the past.
Right. Right. But in Korea, they hadn't punished it in, like this, like, again, like it's not our interpretation that matters. It's not the community's interpretation. It's Perlibus's interpretation, and usually their interpretation leans in favor of the community, whatever the community wants. And people witch hunted for those maps. People were upset, like they got banned. That's how it has always worked.
Also, I personally see it as like feel like I put it like the same thing as using the what's it called, like the Marco gear bag in the tournaments, where it's just like it was like that shit. It's like it's something where like that's not how we thought it'd be used. That's smart, but like we can't have that type of thing.
Correct. Yeah, it's like it's an exploit of unintended game mechanics.
Yeah. But like LeDuck's at a point where it's like only he in that match could have won it like that because he's the highest gear and highest XP.
Yep.
So it's like he's like, all right, well that's his win con, or that's like an extra win con he has for being geared, and he used it. And he's like, the problem are going to be like,
too. Or he had the most HP because he just let everybody else fight, right? I think he won on HP ultimately. But I'm saying even if there was one, say there was a guy below him that couldn't find him and he was the last guy left, he would have still won just because he just has the highest XP, the highest HP, the highest gear. He had gear scores. It goes HP, then gear, then XP. You could make the case that even if you're like the fifth highest gear score in the lobby, that you just go hide and hope that the other 4 people die. Like and then you just win. Yeah, like that's 100% legit.
Like 100% that's what like Sorks and Ninjas are gonna do already.
Right. Maybe I just go in on Kudo go still. No, I'll fight it out. If I get chosen, I should be excited to be chosen. It is what it is. All right. Anything else you want to share? Again, I'm all in favor of sharing people's opinions on it. I'm not always like, and I've got my opinion on stuff, but I encourage people to make up their mind on it. All right.
Well, look, I just wanted to show what the devs really brought out to us and bring some awareness to this. And look at this choice title. If you haven't seen it yet, he's also making fun about it.
What is he doing?
Oh, just check his title. I think I kind of brought it up, and I hope PA is fixing it.
I mean, hell, I stalled at TwitchCon.
Is Choice streaming right now? I don't see Choice streaming right now.
Yeah, he's streaming right now. He's 300 viewers.
Oh, he just started.
I stalled for content at TwitchCon. I stalled for cooldowns at TwitchCon.
He's just a good content creator. Let's just be honest.
Hey, Choice can't do that. Choice can't do that because he's missing the gear for that. Remember, guys, you can only stall if you have the highest gear score.
Well, no, because if the people with the highest gear score die, then you win anyway. So, like, you roll that dice. That's what you would be doing. So it's
he
not
increases his odds, but he doesn't secure the win. Like for me, it was basically a guaranteed win as soon as people didn't bother to check for me for whatever reason.
Right. But like again, it's not just like, oh, only one guy can do this. No, technically anyone could do it and just hope you just cross your fingers and hope that everybody above you die.
It's not even fair because not everyone can do it. Only the classes that can climb. Like sure, exactly. Ninja and
that's why it's an unintended, unfair use of game mechanics.
Yeah, you are 100.
Thank you for pointing that out.
In the area.
Yes, not every class can do that, which gives you an unfair advantage, which means it's an it's not fair.
But it's not unintended then, because PA puts those structures there, right? So
well, they put them there, but like they're more like, you know, I think they intended them to be more like you know,
annoying.
Just kind of there.
Like a little step
obstacles.
where you just run against the step and you have to climb the step because there's a step.
Yeah.
Some annoyance. Like, it doesn't make sense. Make the area just a PvP area where people can fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like, I'm gonna bounce out. I got a PvP. I got a chat PvP in my chat. All right, GG's guys.
GG's.
Okay. So first thing, completely different story, dude. It is not a completely different story in this case. He asked for an example of a story where Pluribus banned somebody based on the court of public opinion. He said, give me an example of that happening. I gave an example of that happening. You're second person. And nobody's getting banned, by the way. I'm just timing people out who are being obnoxious. Second person. The chat is clearly against you on this occasion. I would say the chat is pretty split. And I think that that's fair. Guys, you don't come into this stream to always agree with Baldy no matter what. That's not what you're here for. And if that's why you're here, go watch somebody else that tolerates that shit. Okay, I don't just ban people for disagreeing with me. You guys are more than happy to disagree with me. It's fine. You're just trying to start unnecessary drama. No, I think that it's not unnecessary drama. This is what people were talking about, brother. In fact, and I love how showing both sides of the story. See, because if I had just talked about it on my end, you could make the case that I was starting unnecessary drama, but literally pulling him into call and giving him an opportunity to state his case, and then allowing Divios to come in and support him in favor of it, that's somehow starting unnecessary drama. Get the fuck out of my chat. Now we will run a poll. It was a valid discussion. It was not unnecessary drama. It was a very valid discussion, and I'm being reasonable. Poll. I'll run a poll real quick. All right, so we want what should the poll be? Should it be, does he deserve a ban, or because I think that will be one side. It'll be like, because I don't think that he necessarily deserves a ban either. It should be, was it an unfair use of game mechanics? Because I don't think he deserves to be banned either, personally, because it's Pluribus is up at the end of the day. But again, the way I think that Pluribus is going to interpret it is they're going to ban him. Right? So, like, just because it's an unfair use of game mechanics does not mean he's going to be banned. So, bear that in mind. Is it an unfair use of game mechs or fair use? It is fair and fine. It is an unfair use of game. Oh, unfair use. Okay. We'll do a 2-minute poll. Run it. Let's see what people think. Is it an unfair or fair use of game mechanics? I'm not going to vote. Closer than you thought, huh? It's a controversial issue. It is. And I want to be clear, either of these opinions, guys, is totally fine. Whatever your opinion is on this, it's fine. I personally don't think that he should be banned, but I do think that it is an unfair use of game mechanics. Because it's the first week that the content came out. Can you really blame people for it, right? I think the harshest way to punish him would be to ban him. But, like, that's just the way that it goes. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Obviously, and to be clear, it is still favored the other way. And you could see that reflected in chat. You know, blue L, whatever, blue L. And that's fine, guys. I'm not going to ban you for that, right? It's totally fine. I see it as an unfair use of game mechanics because, one, and he made that point at the end, so props to LeDuck, because I didn't even think about that. Not all classes can actually get up there, which means that if he does hide up there and he's left with, I don't know, a Dark Knight at the end, the Dark Knight physically has no way of competing with him. The Dark Knight physically cannot get up. Even if the Dark Knight knows he's up there, he can't get up there, which is why I'm saying this is an unfair use of game mechanics because Berserker can do something that DK can't. That's not fair. It's not fair to the other adventurers in the arena. But should he be banned for it? No, Perlibus should just remove the structure or have the zone close in or whatever, right? Like Divios' suggestion was great. LeDuck had some great suggestions there. I think the ChickenSan had that video earlier. He had some good suggestions, right? Like there are ways to handle this, right? See, 57 to 43%, not as much of a, now, is that the majority? 100%, but not as close as you thought. Not as close as you thought. And I don't care. If chat is against me on something, that's I understand. I get it. And to be clear, it is really good that chat backs LeDuck on this. That's good. That's good. That means there's a much lower chance that he gets banned or punished. Reasonable. I think it's fair, and PA should probably temp ban. And it's ultimately up to them. And I guarantee you they're talking about it in a meeting. Guarantee they're going to talk about it and what they need to do about it. And my fear is that dude, they do shit. They just knee jerk on shit, man. They've done this shit before. Like they don't. And I can go to bat for them, but there's only so much I can do in a situation like this. But like, it is the court of public opinion. The court of public opinion will decide whether or not LeDuck ends up being guilty. And it looks like they are favoring not like they're like, yeah. I think that most people. Let's run another poll. Let's run another poll. I'll run one more poll. Because this is a different question. Do you think he should be banned? Yes, ban him. No, don't ban him. Let's see what, because I think that this is going to be much more one-sided. In my opinion. I think that most people will say no. I would say no, but I'm not going to vote. Maybe temp ban. Well, temp ban or permaban would be ban him. You're in that category. It's good that Perlibus sees this, by the way. I would just tell them to fix their game so that we can actually do the game mode. Like, I just need to fix their game. I think that if it was exploitable the first week and they fix it, we can all just kind of look past it, whatever. But like, I think that Perlibus, it is PA's fault. It's 100%. Everybody agrees. PA should never have allowed this to happen. But that being said, that's not necessarily how Perlibus will see it. And that's why I said you're going to be lucky if you don't get banned. Because like the way that Perlibus can say, we made this great game mode. You guys know how the devs think. We made this great game mode and these people came in and f***ed it up. That's how they're going to see it. They ruined it for all these great PvPers. Like, So yeah, overwhelming majority. This is a much different question, but it's a much more overwhelming majority. Mainly because this is stating, is the player, this is what this is ultimately stating, guys. This right here, the player is at fault. And this is basically PA is at fault. And I think that the majority of people probably think that Perlibus is fault. And as long as Perlibus fixes it, the player should not get banned. But I'm worried that PA will do two things. They will change the game mode and ban him. And I don't think that he should necessarily be banned, but I could also see why they would interpret it that way. In my opinion. I could absolutely see them interpreting the TOS and saying, oh, yeah, no, he did something that was unfair to other classes or whatever, however they want to see it. Like, we did not intend on that, and we're going to ban him for it. And legally, he wouldn't be able to flip it. It's cooked, right? It would be cooked. But, like, I think that if the public is behind him, he'll be okay.